Greetings, beloved. I am Elasa Tina Marie, your quantum soul guide, and I'm here to share with you anything I can around new earth changes, how to navigate the reality creation, and how to really give what you came here to give, your full embodiment. So I'm finding you on this now moment, what we would consider to be in floor Ida, the floor of divine feminine of the Ida channel. And we have a Taurus, a large Taurus out in the water, the Tampa Bay area, um, and beyond in the Gulf, what we would call the Gulf of Mexico. We have a Taurus, a large Taurus that we would term a hurricane. And so I want to give some guidance on what the guides, what the I am presence that I be has been sharing for eternity and sharing grace and love and really practices that you can work with during such times as earth changes as such. Now, of course, we want you to know that you are eternal, because when you know you're eternal, you crack the code and you can actually do these practices and be in your heart. If you are in fear, that's okay. That just means you're not necessarily super concentrated at the heart. You are down in your lower energy centers and you're probably experiencing a memorization of media, a memorization of past times when there was big Tauruses in your other incarnations or this incarnation. And you had experienced those outer reality creations with a charge of a spin that we would call fear. And this is okay. You know, this is a time when you thought you were actually not eternal and that you were going to transition and leave in a catastrophic way, possibly, and never to return. And so when we memorize that in the subconscious, both in this incarnation and collectively in the magnetic grids, etc., and then we also have current memorization processes that we work with media and sharing the past, and then that determines the future because of the way your avatar creates reality. And then when we collectively create reality together, how that also can steer a ship and steer a experience. Now, again, I'm not being insensitive. I do not want to come off as insensitive. Your sum total of what you're working with, if you have fear, you should follow your flow, follow your inner guidance, but follow your inner guidance, not necessarily what somebody outside of you is telling you from a fear point of view, because that's going to further facilitate more fear and a heavier, denser anchor on that which you already know that you want to lift up and unearth, bring up from the sea, and then bring those particles home so that you can actually rise out of these lower energy centers and be in the heart and be in meditation and see highest and best for all involved, knowing again, as the eternal being that we are, that came here to experience this now moment exactly how it is, because you're projecting it, and you're projecting it to become aware of it, of why you're projecting it, how you're projecting it, what you want to do with it. So making best use of every now moment, especially big events like this, is key for New Earth leaders. And so you first want to check your bags at the door of fear and find out where's the origination point where you first feared earth changes, or where you feared that you were not eternal, that you feared that you were not safe. And you want to address those safety and survival mechanics of the subconscious mind by, being your mature, loving self that can nurture that, inner child, or that, inner voice that's telling you the answers of, like, where did this originate? Is it mine? Is it mass mine? Is there a lot of beings that are feeling this and I'm just picking up on what they're going through? Okay. So once you identify that, where it came from, then you can actually hold on to those light particles and lift them and reparticleize them, recode them, that, you're breaking up the storm. Because a true shaman, which is what you are from another timeline, remembering who you are as a gift of reality creation, we'll eat the kombucha. We'll go into the storm, sit in meditation, go into the storm, which the storm represents anger, or, that watery or that windy mental is, wind, and water is emotion, collective projection or collective unconscious, typically anger. And so the shaman would go into the, meaning breathe into it, visualize into the center of the storm, and eat the kombucha, eat the pain for the collective that's literally riding along these song lines, these dragon lines, these energetic lines, to lift and sift, to unearth all that precious plasma photonic light soul essence and make best use of it out their mind's eye, out their heart. So then they can, for the collective, get in the heart, and the heart starts to soften in the collective. If this is personal to you and you're being your own shaman, your own medicine woman, your own healer, and it's very personal to a specific incarnation or timeline that you did experience an exiting that was traumatic or unconscious, or you weren't aware, then you are going to, still do the same thing. You're breathing into that and lifting any of the unprocessed memories, any of the unprocessed emotions, feelings, etc. Okay? And so you have an opportunity right now to make best use of this storm, and any storm if you find this. Whether it be an emotional storm that you're going through, like a relationship, or it literally be earth changing. And these earth changes that are happening because things are quickening, the vibration of the earth is quickening, lifting. You are, as a collective of oversoul consciousness, you are as a tribe of beings of humanity, and anything that needs to have these massive shifts will occur. And whether you believe that it's HARP or that it was something, man-made, ultimately, as an avatar that we are, if we believe in that, we're adding to that. And I'm not saying that's true or not. I'm just saying whatever you're focusing on is your truth, and that's perfect. Then use it. Use that truth, reparticleize it, find your hand in it. How can you upgrade it? How can you then allow for that lifting? Meaning, if all of this available energy is literally becoming opened up for you, just like when the old earth begins to crumble, all those light particles are actually accessible now for you to use, make best use of, bring them home. Meaning, once you understand, they come home back to midline central and then you can build out more light in your Taurus. You become a star again, and you can project from your pineal gland with a heart and mind coherence, miracles to happen. And those miracles mean that you see the storm breaking up. You see that anyone that is affected from it has a complete new life, that they go through the necessary feelings and processes that need to happen from that new now moment, that they actually remember why they came here as an eternal soul. Okay? And they remember, they have the out-of-body experience, near-death experience, without actually going through a seemingly transitional death type of experience. And they have a transcendental, moment of awakening that, oh my gosh, I'm creating this. I can participate in the new earth and create a new reality that's based on love, truth, understanding, on what I'm actually focusing on. So then you begin to reparticleize with a new vision. You embody the feeling of ease, of peace, of grace, of the gift that you and all souls are awakening to their power of a reality creator, and that we bring calm to the environment. We know that we are the weather. We know that we are the ether. We know that this avatar is a projector to play with our eternal, I wanted to say orgasmic, but you can add that in, our eternal, universal, ether, space, I am presence, bigger being, God. You are the hand and eye of God when you are awakening to this remembrance. And you can use that to then see things home, see things into the new earth, which is the new now, which is the same earth, but you remembering who you are as an eternal light being who now came here to play more specifically with focus with the embodiment of God that I am, the hand of God, the hand of benevolent source. I'm here to co-create a new way and a new reality that has nothing to do with the logic of the old earth. It is not linear. It is about embodiment. It is about being in your heart and radiating what you will have. That means you have to embody what is for it to be. It's not you have to see it happen and then you'll embodiment. You have to embody the new earth being peaceful and all souls being illuminated as eternal souls for this to occur. That means more meditation, more smiles, more heart, more forgiveness. Make space in the avatar. Clear anything up that's still in pain. It needs some eating of the kombucha. It needs some forgiveness, some compassion, and coming out of pointing and blaming to, where am I creating this? And what do I want to create with those light particles as I gain the understanding? Because as soon as I gain the understanding, they can come home from out in the ether. They can come out of stuck, stagnant places in your body. And we create the new world together. So I hope this message finds you feeling safe, knowing that you have a magical moment right now. If you are experiencing an earth change, know that anywhere you be for eternity, you take this memory with you because you're choosing right now to be super conscious and awaken out of the old dream into the new. And choose, like really choose to be here. Choose to give your gift. You have gift and talents that were literally imprinted at your heart that want to open up the cosmic blueprint and particleize. Okay? I see you. I know who you are. You know who I am. We come from the one to bring this home, to live in love. Is there anything else I needed to channel or share with them? God consciousness. Yes, but the cosmic mirror, and that the cosmic mirror reflects back to you always. It's reflecting back to you that which you need to see, to realize, to accentuate, give more clarity to, so that you can give your gifts. And until you actually connect that all of this is a cosmic mirror of your own making, you will be stuck outside of your gift. You will think like, why is this not happening for me yet? And what we want to know from God consciousness that I am is that until you give that gift, it will feel like it's ruining you. And when you give that gift, it will soar you. It will heal you. It will magnetize all your desires one by one, systematically, because you came here to be a legend. You came here to be the true soul, the unique, cosmic, blissful, loving avatar that is God's legion of souls to come forward in this now and be a part of the leadership of sharing the codes of the heart, unconditional love, true understanding how reality is created from God's eye. Okay, is there anything else that I can offer from any other aspect of consciousness? Yes. Truth from the higher self as the I am presence. You're establishing core coordinates right now with these light particle points that you see in the numbers. And the numbers represent the sacred geometry of how reality is built out at a very source code level. And so utilize when you are experiencing the others around you going through their own dark night of the soul, their own interpretation of events such as earth changes as dramatic or fearful, to hold space and be in love for them. Be the witness that literally remembers that the true definition of duality is the forgetfulness of wholeness and neutrality. And so when we are witnessing duality, we can gift duality through our wholeness and through our witnessing and seeing the inverted triangle go upward. So they're showing that all that you see below thee that is coming towards thee with awareness, meaning your focus, you can see someone going through turmoil over earth change. How can you hold space, be in your heart, and witness their solution? And if there's numbers coming around you, how can you call those out as source coding? 1001, 23, 1543. That's the numbers I see right now. And in the solution, I just have to hold space. In the solution, my heart may hold grace. In the solution, I may hand them a towel. I may hand them a drink. I may go give them a hug. These are the gifts of the new leaders of the heart that will hold space with grace to literally offer transfiguration and a lifting and sifting to make best use of every single being that you see in front of you, not judging them, holding compassion, knowing that they are on their way home to their heart. They're having to take those 3 steps from, the root, the second energy center, the third energy center, and then they can be in the heart too. And so if you're like etherical presence, the I am, and you're holding space with higher self-awareness, how can you use your gift in one of 3 ways? Just hold space, see them in their solution, and utilize the numbers, the sacred geometry that you literally are projecting back to you as source code. And as you become a source code electrician and you start to understand what's really going on in that level of the game of reality creation, you will become masterful at this. But it's going to take practice, and it's going to take you remembering what I'm telling you. So remember what I'm telling you from the source code manual. I'm sending it to you telepathically. I'm receiving it from God's grace. And I'm pinging you and I to do channeled message to yourself about numbers. So we leave that with you. Have an amazing day. Know that you are safe. Know that you're whole. Know that you're eternal. Know that you're the gift of God. You are the gift of the I am by being fully who you are, embodied at the heart. Until next time.